it's a good time to get into this trade. Or to say, to sit down, carve out 30 minutes maybe a day to sit down and trade. And it's on your own time. And once again, the AI does all of the work for you. And so we're going to go ahead and get into some of the scanners. Here, let me know if you are able to see my screen. Is everyone able to see my screen here? Go ahead and drop. Oh, the zoom is in the way. I can't move it. I have to move all your beautiful faces over here. All right, perfect. Open the chat. Yes, yes, that's perfect. All right. So here you can see all of the different scanners. I had to move the chat over here, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I can't see because of the 9 different scanners. Me personally, I use 4 of them. I know 3 of them. I'm learning a 4th one right now. But honestly, all of these scanners are absolutely amazing. There are different types of trading, different strategies, so-called like scalping, swing trading, day trading. If you were on yesterday's calls, you should have learned about all of this, right? And all of these AIs accommodate some type of trading style, right? The one that I personally love the most, right? Or the ones I love the most because I have different trading styles are Golden Era for scalping and Trendwave Killshot combination for day trading. But you can also use for scalping, but I definitely think it's better for day trading. And we're going to go over Trendwave right now, and then I'm going to go over Golden Era if it gives me notifications. And the great thing about Golden Era specifically is that it will send you a notification to your phone saying, hey, I found a pattern. Hey, I found a pattern. You should look at this, right? And then you can have it sent to your phone. So what I'm going to do is wait for a trade to come in. I think we just missed one about 10 minutes ago, so let's go ahead, right? So it is a 5-minute. Right? And we did miss it. Look at that. So it did call it 10 minutes ago, and within 10 minutes, boom, we would have hit TP2 right there. Boom. And again, it sent me a notification about 10 minutes ago, right? But alas, we missed it just by that. All right. Now we're going to come over to Trendwave. So Trendwave, the same thing, it tells you exactly when to enter and exit the trade. So I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to bring this down. So what we're looking for is for this blue line right here to be at entry. And obviously entry, right, would be where you want to enter. Entry, right? The exits are our TPs. You already see people are typing in the chat said we hit TP. TP is a good thing. TP means money. TP means I gained, right? That's what TPs mean. Obviously here it calls it exits, exit TP, exact same thing, okay? So if the exits are above our entry, we're going in for a buy because obviously we want the market to go up. So it's a buy. If it's below the entry, let's see if I can find one real quick for you. Right here. So you can see the exits are below the entry, or sorry, yeah, the exits are below the entry. Therefore, we're going in for a sell. Pretty self-explanatory. Go ahead and drop a 111 if you understand when you would be going in for a sell and when you'd be going in for a buy. And while you guys are doing that, give me 1 second. I do have your 6-year-old and he just all right, sorry about that, guys. And that's also the great thing is that I'm a single parent and I'm still able to trade with these AIs while taking care of a 6-year-old. So just saying. Anyway, okay. So what we're looking for, right, is for it to be at entry. Full-time trader, full-time mom. Exactly. It'd be hard out here, guys. All right. So what we're gonna do now is all I'm gonna do is just go through some trades. So while I'm going through here, I'm also checking my phone to see if Golden Era is calling out anything. But other than that, we're just gonna go through. So the first things that I usually go through are Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can use this for any currency whatsoever except for stocks, or stock options rather. But me personally, I just have the ones that I personally like the most. That is just personal preference. You can use it however you want to use it, okay? So come over here to crypto. We're going to find Bitcoin. And then me personally, I like trading on the 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1 hour. Again, just personal preference. That's just what I have seen works best with Trendwave, and there's nothing else to it. So what I'm going to do is just go through, boom. All right. So first thing we see here, it is at entry. All right, perfect. But at entry is not the only confirmation that we need. And what are confirmations? So confirmation basically means, can I go in for this? Can I go in for this trade? That's basically all it means, right? So just because it's at entry, right? Think of it as a stoplight, right? You're at a stoplight, it's red, or not even, you're looking down. I don't know, maybe you're on your phones. Get off your phone, guys. Get off your phone, right? But you're on your phone, you're looking down, and someone starts driving. Someone starts taking off, right? You're not just gonna start taking off. Obviously, especially if they're like on your left. Obviously, they can turn left. That, is your light green? Is your light red? You need to look up and check and confirm that you are able to go, right? And that is what confirmations are. Am I able to go? Am I able to take the trade? Yes, someone is going. Some people are entering, but doesn't mean that you're going to enter, right? And what we're doing is looking for the best possible trade. We only need about one trade, honestly, a week, in my opinion, to make your entire week, to be completely honest, right? So Thank you. So when we look for confirmations, we're trying to make or find the best possible trade. So even though it's at entry, that's number one. You cannot take a trade if it's not at entry. Can you close the door, please, baby? You cannot take. Oh, wait, let Chewy out, please, first. And oh, you already did. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Number one is at entry. Number two, right? There's three total, is the RSI. Now, the way that you look at the RSI, I'm gonna give you the actual definition or the actual representation. I'm gonna give you something simpler, obviously, just like my stoplight, right? So what it is basically, if it's up in the top area with this red, too many people have bought it. If it's at the bottom, too many people have sold. That's like kind of how it goes. It's an upper percent to, people are looking to sell because too many bought. If it's in the bottom percentage, too many people have sold, people are looking to buy. But the way that you can see this visually as a picture, I love my pictures. I love giving you guys visual pictures, is a room, right? You're in a closed off room and you have a bouncy ball. Now, if you take this bouncy ball and you throw it down against the floor, what is going to happen? Let's see. Shh, you can't give him. My son is trying to cheat and give you guys the answer. He's been listening to my calls so many times. He already knows. Someone tell me, what is going to happen if you throw a bouncy ball down onto the floor? And it is a concrete floor, okay? So don't think like, I don't know, goo or something. It's going to bounce back up. Exactly. It's going to go back up. So the way you see the RSI, if it's at the bottom, you can expect it to go up. And if you correspond the RSI, so if you see my little mouse, right, it's a little cross or a little X. If you correspond it, right, you can see it goes up. Once it starts going up, you can see the market going up, right? You guys see that? Go ahead and drop a 2 if you see that. Once the RSI starts going up, you can expect the market to go up. Now, it's not a prediction. It doesn't tell the future. It doesn't fortune tell, okay? Just because it's at the bottom doesn't mean you can automatically buy. It's a confirmation. That's all it is, okay? Perfect. Now, what if you take that same bouncy ball in that same room and you throw it up against the ceiling? What's going to happen? Shh. Stop cheating. You guys hear him? What's going to happen? Exactly. It's going to come down. Exactly. Perfect. So how does that correlate with the AI and what it is we're looking for? No, baby, I don't want you on camera. Sorry, that threw me. I was trying to come over. How does that correlate with our AI? Give me 1 second, baby. Right? If we're wanting the market to go up, remember, if the exits are above the entry, we're going in for a buy. So what do you think we would want the RSI, like what area do we want the RSI to be in if we're wanting to go up? Let's see who's paying attention. Jazz hands. That's so funny. Let's give you guys
Play games.
going upwards. Exactly. So we want the RSI to be in the bottom half because we're throwing that bouncy ball against the floor and we're wanting it to come up. So let's say we want it the other way around and we're going in for a sell like this. The exits are below the entry. Where do we want that RSI to be? Do we want it to be down at the floor or do we want to be up at the ceiling? Sell RSI top going down. Exactly. And that is how we use the RSI, and that is our second confirmation. And we usually see that, right? Let me come back. I think it was the 1 hour. Yeah. No, it wasn't the 1 hour. Let's see, 30 minute, perfect. And the way that we see that, let me zoom in for you phone people, right? Is the green crossing over the red in the corresponding way. So if we're going in for a sell, we want the green to come down upon the red from the top. If we're going in for a buy, we want the green to come up to, or across the red from the bottom. Okay? All right, perfect. Go ahead and drop a fire if that makes sense to you. Confirmation 2. Does anyone remember confirmation 1? What is confirmation 1? Someone tell me you're paying attention. No one's paying attention. See, my son's calling you out. No one's paying attention. Entry, exactly. So we have entry, RSI. Now we have our third confirmation, right? Third and final. Entry at blue line. Yep, that works too. Killshot. Killshot is a separate AI. It's more so for scalping. I've kind of heard, I don't usually use it like, oh, we just got an idea for Golden Era. So after I explain this, we're going to go check that out. But anyway, the kill shot is another confirmation, and the way that I'm about to explain it is purely if you're using it hand in hand with trend wave. When it comes to kill shot itself, it's a whole beast of its own, and it's amazing. But the way that we use it with trend wave, I'm about to explain. So you see these first 6 boxes right here: minute 1, minute 5, minute 15, minute 15, minute 30, 1 hour. H1 is 1 hour, right? We want those boxes to be the same color as what Trendwave is calling. So if Trendwave is calling a buy, we want it to be all blue, up, above, right? Because obviously we want the market to go up. If Trendwave is calling a sell going down, we want the first 6 boxes to be red, down, below, because again, we want the market to go down. Go ahead and drop a 111 if that makes sense to you. Would you take a buy or sell in its current state? What you're seeing right now, these first 6 boxes, would you take a buy or a sell? No, exactly. Because it's like it doesn't even know what it wants. It's like, what is going on here? We're I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I had my morning coffee at like actually it is 7 p.m. I don't know what's going on, right? Exactly. It doesn't know what's going on, so you're just getting away. Like you're not dealing with that. You want confidence. You want to know exactly what it wants, right? You don't want to be like, you know what, I'm not a, plaything. Like figure it out. What do you want? Do you want this or that? That's what you want, okay? Perfect. Now we did get a confirmation, not a confirmation, a alert from Golden Era. So we're gonna go ahead and go over the Golden Era real quick because honestly, this is one of my favorite ones. And this is more of a scalping, right? So we come down to 5 minute. All right. So the way that Golden Era works, this is a different AI, and the only reason I'm bringing it up is because we got an alert. I just got an alert on my phone saying, hey, this is an area that we can look at. And as you can see, right? It's calling us a sell because it is a little check mark down here saying, hey, I think it's going to be a good time for a sell, right? Hey, I think we should go in for a sell. And if you guys are confused, don't worry. I'm going over this real quick and we're going back to Trendwave, okay? This is extra. You guys can see there's so many different AIs, and that's what I'm showing you guys. There's so many different AIs, so many different trading strategies. Now, once you get a notification, which is this little check mark, if the check mark's below, it means we're going in for a sell. If the check mark is up here, it means we're going in for a buy. And you're going off of this yellow box right here, right? Then you're waiting for the next 5 minutes to be over. As you can see, I put on the label, so you can see right here is 2 minutes left on the 5-minute candle, right? And honestly, it's already looking pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. But, let's check the 1 minute too. No, and that's what I thought. Okay, so this is where a little bit more advanced comes in, right? So you see, this is for the people who've been on my calls. Obviously, the more you hop on my calls and the more you hop on the experts calls, the better you're going to understand, the more you're going to learn how to trade, the more you're able to catch different things, right? And the thing that I'm catching real quick, just to show you my awesome knowledge, right, is that we had a fair value gap over here, right? You can see that it filled it, and most likely it's going to keep going up. So in this particular case, I'm not even looking at it, right? It filled a fair value gap. It's okay, whatever. And once again, that might confuse you as a beginner, but don't worry, you would learn this the more you hop on these calls, okay? Anyway, back to Trendwave. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna attempt to find you guys a trade that you guys can take right now, especially you beginners, especially you people coming in for the free trial. Get ready, we're gonna look for a trade. Now, let's see. So once again, who can give me all three confirmations? Who's paying attention? Who's like, I'm an A student. I know what's going on. I know what I'm looking for, right? And it's funny because remember what I just said that I think gold's going to keep going up? Look at that. Trend wave is calling it up as well. Just saying. Just saying. The more you understand how to read the charts, the better you can get at this, right? Because obviously the AIs are not perfect. You know what I'm saying? But the more you know about it, the better you're able to kind of decipher which one is the good trade, right? But the AIs are still, even with that, very, very good. Entry, RSI, top or bottom, all same colors, kill shot. Absolutely good job. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so gold doesn't have anything right now. Golden Era just called another one. Look at that. Which that tells me if it calls it that soon is that it erased its earlier, what's it called? But we're gonna focus on Trendwave because honestly, I don't want to confuse you guys. Like I said, there's so many AIs to choose from, and there's so many trading styles, and it doesn't matter what type of trader you are, you will find an AI that fits your style, and you're gonna find an AI that makes sense to you. Okay, so it's whatever. Okay, so we do have it at entry here. So this is silver, ZAG USD. If you look it up on your MT5, it's ZAG XAG USD, right? And we do have it at entry here. We have the RSI in the bottom half, and we do also have that another additional. So it's not one of my three, but it's an additional confirmation is this green box right here. Let me zoom out. Another one that we have, another little confirmation, right, is this break and retest. You can see the break right here. It's retesting right here. And you can go back up, right? BART, break and retest. If it breaks a structure, which if I zoom in a little bit more, you can see this dotted area right here. This dotted box is a structure. Basically, all that means for any beginner in here, it's stuck in that area. It's just kind of stuck in that area. You see how it's just bouncing, bounce, 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 like it's like a bouncy ball that's stuck in a room, right? It's just kind of right? It's just stuck in here. It is looking like a W actually. Nice catch. Um, but anyway, so we have the break, right? So the what's it called? Let's bring out where's my color? I can't see my color. Oh, I can't change the color, guys. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so you have the structure kinda right here. You have a break and a retest, right? And then also on top of that, we have this yellow band. The yellow band, what that means basically is has a hard time going past. So if the market is above the area, it has a hard time going below. If the market is below the yellow band, it has a hard time going above, right? So basically what we want is resistance, right? It's support and resistance for anyone that knows what that is, right? And if you were in yesterday's calls, you know what support and resistance is. Anyway, so here it's telling us it has a hard time going up. I mean, sorry, going down, right? It came down, it had a hard time, it's most likely rejected. And over here, it had a hard time going above, but finally it broke it and it's going to come and retest. And the way that I love explaining break and retest, right? First of all, I'm getting a little sidetracked. Let me check my third confirmation before I start doing this because I might actually start going for what's called. And there we go. No matter how good it looks, there we go. Can we take this buy? Should we take this buy? I mean, we definitely still could, but like as a beginner, someone trying to learn how to use these scanners together, would you take this buy? Why and why not? Nope. No. No, because it has not decided what it wants to do. Now, in my brain, right? That's why I said we definitely could. That let me explain why I said that. Is because in my brain, I'm seeing it break and retest. So I'm seeing it coming down to retest the structure. So I can see it changing to all blue, especially since all of these over here are blue and the front lower time frames are red. I can definitely expect it all to turn blue. However, with my strategy and the way that I'm explaining to you guys, this is a no-go. We're no longer looking at it. We're moving on. So we're moving on. We don't care. We don't care anymore, right? All right, moving on. And you can do this at any time of the day. If you want to wake up like 30 minutes early and then hop on the charts or go to bed 30 minutes early, I mean later. That's all you do, right? And you just sit here and you just skip through. If you don't find anything, cool. You come back the next day. All right. Alrighty. So we do have a fair value gap here again. It could come back down to retest to get this entry again. We have it down here in the RSI. Let's see what Killshot says. Undecisive. Moving on. Or indecisive. Sorry, guys. Yeah. English is not my first language. It's actually not. English is actually not my first language. um, Once again, we have the break and the retest and the what's called the EMA there. We have the RSI on the top. However, we did miss the entry. So if we were to enter this, if Killshot agrees with this, we would have entered over here. But let's see what Killshot says. Let's see. Ah, that 30-minute. How dare it? What is 30 minutes saying? Look at that. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. So yeah, the RSI you can see is almost at the bottom. It can come up again to retest a second time. Unfortunate. Moving on. And now we can move on to Forex. And if you were in yesterday's calls, you know what all about Forex. Forex is just a foreign exchange. So we looked at metals, we looked at indices, we looked at crypto, and now we go over to Forex. And anyone that knows my strategy and who wants to help can also look through and see if they find anything that fits our strategy for the sake of the call if you want to. And I will look at it. Or if you already have the scanner, you're already part of the team, you're like, hey, I want to see whether or not I can actually call this, just let me know. And I'll say, hey, this is why I would or would not take it to help you guys out as well. All right, so we have the 1 hour here. We have it coming back up. It could possibly retest, especially because it is fair value gap over here. And we have the RSI in the top half. Let's see what Killshot says. All up. Probably because of the, once again, fair value gap that we saw up here. This is a long red candle. We don't like seeing long candles of any kind at all. It's like a magnet. It's like, get back here. Get over here. You know, with throws a little spear and then pulls you back, especially if you have ice as a magic power. The scorpion kind of pulls you back. I hope you guys get that reference. Anyway, moving on. 30-minute. Let's go. Let's start a kill shot. Another thing that you can do is just start a kill shot. And I already kind of knew anyway. That's why I did this. Love that game, right? Is all red. So if I find something at entry, would it be a good time to go in for a buy? Be a good time to go in for a buy, right? Right? Who's paying attention? Ah, see, if this were up, no, a sell, exactly. Why is it a good time to go in for a sell? This would be good if we were up here. I don't like this fair value gap. I don't like this. However, this could be a flag, a bearish flag. It could be. All pointing down on kill shot. Exactly. See, he gets it. They get it. Right, 5-minute. Nope. It's unfortunate. But like I said, it could potentially be a bearish flag, which it's kind of looking what's going on here. We did miss it barely. We missed this barely. Look at that. Huh, get it? Barely bearish. Ha. Anyway, so most likely what this is it's kind of ugly bearish flag. I'm not even gonna lie, it's a very ugly one. However, it's still there. But it could potentially come up. However, for our strategy, for the point of this call, sadly, we have missed it already. All right, let's check out Euro USD. And once again, you can go through all of these, honestly. You can go through every single one of those currencies. There's just certain ones that I personally prefer that I look at first before I go through the rest. 15-minute. Let's come over the kill shot. Oh, you know what I forgot about? I forgot about the alert from Golden Arrow. Oh, well. All right, so all down. So what we can look for is for it to be at entry and the RSI to be in the corresponding area. So we have it at entry here, but the RSI is not in the corresponding area. What could happen is that it once again fills this fair value gap that's right in here. You can see the fair value gap. I'll brush it out for you guys right here. The fair value gap. So what could happen is for the RSI. So basically the market would go up, fill this fair value gap. The RSI is now on the top, and then it could come back down, and then it goes back down. Once again, this is more advanced. You will learn about all of this once you start coming to the calls. So it's most likely what's going on there. Oh, it's gonna keep that, isn't it? Let's keep going. All right, look.
Playing Cross the Road.
You're playing Cross the Road? I think it's called like Frog. Frog Cross the Road or something like that. Are you a frog?
No.
No?
And you play my character.
Oh, okay.
I have different characters.
Oh, okay. I already looked at this, didn't I? I already looked at this. A CAD. Let's see. If you guys have any questions, like, let me know for sure. Kill shot. All blue. We only have the one, so that's a very strong indication that it's a good time to go in for a buy. But once again, it is not a good thing on its own. We do have to have it at entry. Okay, so we have this here. We have it crossing in the lower half. It's a little bit far away. What we can expect, and once again, this is a fair value gap that it's creating. So we could see, this is breaking the structure, right? The fair value gap is the break of structure, right? So it could come up and come back down. Let's see the 15-minute. Oh, oh my goodness. Look at that. That ace, that was perfect. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Okay. What I expect here to happen, though, I do expect to come back down. Now, any of my veteran attendees, why do I think it's going to come back down? I want to see of my attendees, right? The ones that are on the team and that know a lot about how I trade and how I see the market. What do you see here? I'm gonna give you like a minute, right? I want to see. I want, like show your guys's experience. Resistance. Kinda. Yeah, that's part of Bart. Okay. It's going to retest the key level. Bart, retest the key level. Exactly. And now I can bring out Money Man. And anyone that knows about Money Man, you already know what's coming. All right. So this could potentially be a buy limit by a long shot. Like we might actually just stay here, to be completely honest, because this is a perfect representation, but obviously we're already past entry, so we're not doing anything right now. Anyway, I can do some drawing, however. All right, so what BART is, Ace already put it in the chat. It stands for break and retest. BART, right? And what it is, once again, we're talking about this structure right here. Remember what I said about this dotted box right here? It's an area that the market is stuck in. It's creating a structure. You can kind of think of this rectangle as kind of like a house or a box or I don't know, a container. Make something up in your head, whatever, right? Or staircase. Huh, right? Or you can think of it of like a step or something, right? Now, when it breaks up, right? It always when it breaks a structure, sorry, when it breaks a structure, whether going up or down, it always has to come back down and retest the area. So it broke this box, it has to come back down to see if the area will hold and for it to continue up. Let me give you a visual representation because I like my pictures. I like teaching you guys pictures so you can actually see what's going on in my head. Because again, I think in pictures. That's just how I am. Here we have Money Man. If you guys have a better name for him, let me know. I think it was Anastasia who told me to call him. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, my guy. There. This is Money Man. Money Man wants to go up these flight of stairs, or this flight of stairs, rather, right? Right? Now, when you go up the stairs, you're not just gonna lift your foot and put your foot all the way up here. Like, that's kind of weird. If you can do that, like, you're probably not human. Like, that's kind of weird. Unless you're, like, really small, but then, like, don't hurt yourself, right? What you're gonna do is lift your leg up and put your foot down on the first step. Now, if this flight of stairs is kind of wonky looking, this is the first time you've ever stepped on it, you're not just going to put your foot down immediately. You're not just going to like, hi, like what if it's not sturdy? What if it's like old and I don't know, weathered and now you just break through and you fall to like oblivion. You know what I'm saying? What you're going to do is kind of put your foot on it and kind of test like 1/8 of your weight and kind of test it. Like, can I step on this? Can I put my full weight on it? And once you're like, hey, yeah, this feels safe, then what happens? You step up and now you're on the next level, right? The next step, and you do the same thing over and over until you're like, I'm done. I want to go down the stairs now. And you do the exact opposite. Okay? Does that make sense? Go ahead and drop a 111 if that makes sense to you. Have you ever gone upstairs before? Have you ever tested whether or not that step would actually hold your weight? Or would you just, you just be like, YOLO and just run upstairs, even if they're like, I don't know, from the Middle Ages. You're like, yeah, sure, why not? I'll keep going up. That's exactly how you can see or how you would look at BART, right? You have this structure, right? We're going above the structure. Kind of think, I guess, like a glass ceiling. Maybe you broke a glass ceiling, you're climbing above the glass ceiling. You're not just gonna start running on said glass ceiling now that's now your floor, right? Now this glass ceiling became your floor. You're not just gonna keep running. You're gonna slowly kind of, will this hold my weight? Am I safe here? Can I continue? And then once you're good, then you're like, okay, cool, let's go. Let's keep going, right? And that's exactly how BART works. It broke the structure, right? It came above. It has to come back down. Will this area hold me? Can I stay above this area? Yeah. All right, cool. Let's keep going. Go and drop a fire for Mr. Moneyman because Mr. Moneyman has done me so well explaining this to you guys and understanding. Let's say thank you, Mr. Moneyman. You can go home up your flight of stairs. And again, if you guys have a better name, just like let me know in the chats because Moneyman is, I mean, kind of Moneyman's kind of funny, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. Kind of like it. It's funny. He's moving towards the money. Mr. Pippalicious, I love that. Oh my goodness. Okay, go and drop a 1 if you want Mr. Pippalicious, and number 2 if you want Moneyman, because I like both. 1 Pippalicious, 2 Moneyman. All right, perfect. Okay, so while you guys are doing that, let me tell you what just happened. It's retesting currently. If we come down to the 5 minute, you can see it's currently filling that fair value gap. You can see it broke the resistance, a yellow band, which has a hard time going above. It's coming down to see, hey, will this level hold me? Right? Will this level hold me? Which I'm thinking it will, right? Let's go ahead and get our phones ready because I'm going to go ahead and call this trade on the 15 minute. Once again, absolute congratulations. We even have the diamond on the play. We have diamond going. Diamond means up. Diamond means we're going up. So I'm going to go ahead and call this trade 15 minute. Thank you, Ace, for finding it. And honestly, with the kill shot being pretty much all blue, I can confidently say that we can go for a long run of TP5. Now, you do want to have a partial profits at TP1, if not TP2, because we do have a yellow band here, but that does not mean that it won't go past it. Anyway, I'm going to hold it right here for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture and send it out to all the different team chats, and then drop a fire if you are taking this trade, if you took the trade. Are you still using the GFU charts? Yeah, this is currently on GFU right now. All right, let's go ahead and take that picture. Boom, that is such a perfect setup. Thank you, Ace. That was a great catch. See, and this is why I love having people on the call that understand how I trade. Can you open the door, baby? Chewy's trying to get in. Don't you hear him? Poor baby. He's crying. He wants to come in. He's like, what's going on in here? All the fun is in here. AUD CAD 15-minute buy.
History.
There we go. And then let's see if the VIP chat has sent it already. Nope. I'm gonna go ahead and do that too. 15-minute. All right. And for anyone that's new, so this is specifically, right? Oh, I didn't actually take it myself. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? What am I doing? All right. I'm also going to pull up my MT5 demo here in a second to show anyone that's new. It's like, okay, cool, I can take this trade, but like, what does it mean? What does it mean? Yeah. Hopefully you guys get that. I'm sorry. My voice is absolutely horrible. I don't have a raspy voice like Miley Cyrus. Okay, I'm so sorry. Anyway, So I'm gonna pull that up real quick. Let me go ahead and stop sharing. I'm gonna pull up if I can find my search button. There it is. MetaTrader 5. There it is. MetaTrader 5 is just the one that majority of people on the team are using. You don't have to use MetaTrader 5. I also use TradeLocker. Use whatever you want, right? Go back to the person that brought you here to basically go over all the different thingamajiggers. All right, so I'm gonna bring up AUD CAD. All right. AUD CAD, AUD CAD. There it is. Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen again. I'm gonna show you guys how you'll be taking a trade. Okay. If I can find it. If I can find it, I can help you guys. I'm sorry. Here we go. Go ahead and drop a one if you see my screen. And again, this is just a demo account. This is just to show you guys. Anyone that's new, that's like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Take this trade. Okay, cool. How? All right. Now it does look a little bit different on my computer than it does on your phone. Okay. So don't get scared. If you're on your phone, okay, let me go back to the quotes first because if you're new, you're like, what is she doing? I forgot how to do that. There you go. Okay, so on your phone, you should see only this left side, all the different numbers, all the different moving numbers, up, down, red, blue, white, what is going on, right? All you're gonna do is come up to the search bar, you're gonna find AUD CAD, right? I put in a different currency because I already have AUD CAD on my what's it called? On my list, right? So this is what it would look like if you don't have it on your list and you just press cool plus button and it's added to your list, right? You can see mine is right here, right? Now, after you click on it, there should be a little pop-up that either says new order or trade, depending on Android or whatchamacallit, um, iPhone. Holy, right? And then you would go to market execution because we did a market execution. Basically, that means let's go. And also we are currently in profit. Anyway, now you have two areas that require data, the stop loss and the take profit. This is on MetaTrader 5. You can find it on the App Store right now. If you just type in MT5 or MetaTrader 5, as it says right here, you can find it right now. You can download it right now and like do with us right now, right? But anyway, so you have the stop loss and the take profit, right? Oh, I need to share both so I can do this properly. My bad, guys. Let me share both because I'm only sharing what's it called, my MT5. I'm going to show you guys. Move this over yonder and move this up here. Okay, so we have, first of all, can you guys see both GFU and MT5? First of all, I'm not going to start talking unless you guys see both. You see the chart, you see the call out here, and you see MT5. Go and drop a one real quick for me. One. Okay, perfect. Okay. Sorry, starting over. You have the stop loss and you have to take profit, right? You don't need to, you don't actually need to understand what it means. However, the numbers are still extremely important, right? As a beginner, you're like, okay, cool. I can learn about that later. I want to take this trade with you right now. The stop loss is the invalidation. So basically, if the trade does not go in our direction, it will basically take you out so you don't lose more than you have to. There's a certain percentage that you could risk, right? So the stop loss in this particular case, right, is 8.9. I have to get really close, guys. My contacts are no longer good. I need to go get new contacts, okay? I'm sorry. You guys gonna see my face real close. Okay. 8.9, sorry, 0.89535. 0.895335. Sorry. I hope no one caught that I totally said those numbers wrong, but you can see again 0.89535. All right. Take profit is the exact opposite. It means we are going in our direction and we want to secure our profit, right? Remember, I was saying you want to take partial profits at 1 or 2. So let's go ahead and enter number 2. So the take profit we would put here is exit number 2, which exit number 2 is 0.90186. 0.90186. All right, can we all agree that I literally just copy and pasted? Did I do any math? Did I draw any lines? I mean, other than the fair value given money man. I mean, Pipalicious, since I saw a lot of lines. Okay, you can go to the living room. Okay. Okay. Can teach us a 5-year-old. I mean, my 6-year-old knows how to do this, so. right? I didn't draw anything. I didn't do any math. I didn't know like I mean I do know how to trade, so I had a little bit more there, but like legit I just copy and pasted those two numbers. I copied from exit 2 the exact number. I copied from me validation the exact number, right? That is it. And obviously because the exits are above our entry, we're wanting to go in for a buy. So then you would just press the buy button. How do you copy it? You just type it in. Like some phones kind of let you just actually like click it and copy it. But honestly, just like I just did, I just type it in. Like I just have it on my iPhone. I have two screens open and I look over at GFu. Oh, it's 1125. Okay, cool. 1125. Oh, it's 33577110111. Okay, cool. 100111. Like legit, whatever it says over here, I copy it. I was gonna say word for word, number by number. Number by number, I do it. You should get him on a demo account. I actually have him do some of my live trades. I'm like, hey, type this in on my live account so he gets used to trading. I want him to trade. I am teaching my 6-year-old how to trade, like at a very young age. Like I'm just telling you guys, this is life changing. Okay. All right. And then obviously, sorry, because the exits are above the entry, we're wanting to go in for a buy. We're going to press buy market. If the exits were below, right, and down for a sell below the entry, we would push sell by market. So obviously what we all did together was buy by market and we are in profit. Look at that. Heck yeah. And that is it. It is legitimately that simple, right? No, obviously, past profits don't guarantee future results. However, these AIs are absolutely life-changing. They're not always right. It's never 100%. Nothing in life is 100%, right? However, like let me tell you, it has impacted a lot of people's lives for sure. And definitely get back to the person that brought you here and ask them, what is your favorite AI? What is your trading style? And if you can also ask if you have a certain schedule, tell it to the person that brought you here and be like, hey, this is my schedule. This is when I have time. Which AI should I take? I like getting notifications. Which AI should I take? I am able to sit down for 30 minutes. Which AI should I learn? It is that simple, guys. All right. Okay, perfect. That is really all there is from me. We have a trade going. Don't forget to drop it in the chats, in the free chats, in the group chats, in the community chats if you have any profits. Don't forget that tomorrow we have another amazing call at 9:30 EST. I have to think because I'm MST, so I always like mess it up in my head, right? We have another call with Mr. Skyler, right? And we're gonna do gold again. He's always so good with the gold trades. If you want to do live trading and learn how to trade on your own, don't forget that we got that tomorrow as well. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. And don't forget, get back to the person that brought you here so we can learn more and understand which AI you want to learn. See you guys later. Bye.